Swami Chidanand Saraswati, sitting on the banks of the Ganga in Paramartha-Niketan Ashram, one of India's most outward-facing, active, global, international reach ashrams, its president. Swamiji, I'm very grateful that you are with us today. You have a very unique perspective because your ashram really serves the entire world, so to speak. We've heard from Sadhviji in her interview about many of the ashram's activities, and I would be grateful in this conversation could focus on the spiritual advice and the spiritual needs of people as these have come your way over the past 3 weeks as India has been under lockdown, and I'm sure people have been turning to you for spiritual counsel and advice. And in that context, perhaps I can begin by posing the question, which is, India is in lockdown, people are in solitude, it's a spiritual time. What is your spiritual advice for people living in solitude?
Let me tell you one thing. In India especially, and that's what world also needed. In India, I have seen whomever I talk, people are locked. Definitely they are locked. They are following very sincerely, very seriously. They are following the order of the government of India, UNICEF and WHO. But at the same time, they are locked, but they are not down. They are spending quality time with their families. And that's what we all have to do. Our doors are locked, but our hearts should be open. This is the time when we can open our heart. We can be with our families. People were asking so much time to being with families. And now this is the time to spend this time with the families. And second thing is, I remember that in my early age, when I was in solitude, I was in the jungle. I was very young. And it was complete solitude, complete silence, not only solitude, but silence also. And I was alone, but not lonely. And people today have to realize that. How to be alone, but not lonely. There is a solitude, definitely. But this is the time to bring solidarity in the family and bring that solidarity for the nation and for the whole world. Because we believe that we are one family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. There is a beautiful saying, a mantra, a verse in Indian culture. Ayam nijaha paro veti. It is in Sanskrit. Ayam nijaha paro veti ganana laghu chetasam udar charitanam tu vasudhaiva kutumbakam. Ayam nijaha. This is a very narrow vision when we say this is mine, this is me, and this is and that is somebody else. This belongs to me and that belongs to somebody else. This creates a division and separation. And this is the time of solitude. First, realizing in our family that we are not separated. We are together. Yes, we are following the law of social distancing, but we are together. Social distancing does not mean that from the heart and the minds also we go in distance. Physically we are not together. We are maintaining distance of 2 meters or whatever. The instructions and advisories are being given. But at the same time, this is the time. Even our homes are locked, they are closed. But this is the time to open the locks of our life also. Being inside, we can open the locks of our lives, our relationship. We don't have a time even sometime. We are so busy, and we don't get quality time to sit with our families. And so many people have a complaint also that they don't have a time for their spiritual practices. With their sitting there with their families. I think God has given you time now. To me, this corona is not a bane. This is a boon. We have to learn now in Corona time. This is a very precious time, and in this precious time, we should learn how we can turn this bane to boon. Be together, bringing that oneness in the family, bringing allness in the family. This is the quality time to maintain your relationship with your family and with the divine, with God also. And I have seen when people are sitting in house, at homes, most of the times, some of the people are using, you know what, for what? Going on internet. It's okay, go on internet, watch movies, but you have your own movies to watch also. You had never time to watch your own movie, watch your own film. And we have a film of our past births, we have a film of our whole life, and we make every day so many films. To make one small documentary, it takes days. But to make our own film, every day you'll have millions of films in a day. Just imagine, this is the time. Watch your own films. Go on internet, see your video, how the life is shaping, how the life is carving, being inside with your own family members. And being with your own family members, if you cannot create quality, how you will create the quality when you are so busy? This is the time. I think we must take it seriously and sincerely. And people must have a time not only for internet, they must go on internet also. They should connect themselves with the divine, with themselves. Some people don't believe in God sometimes, no problem. But they believe in themselves. They know they are alive. They are the real one, okay? Have the real one in front of you and see how much reality you have in your life. How much peace, how much happiness you have in your life. And whatever you are missing, bring that through this internet, through this spiritual practice every day, and this will make you strong. And I have seen that people mostly going on Facebook. Somebody told me today, can you send me few messages through Facebook? I said, sure, we are sending many messages. We can send you more. But it's not that you can keep receiving the messages on Facebook. After receiving all those messages on Facebook, we have to remember that we have to face our own book also. This is the time, we should use this time to face our own book. Go on Facebook, but face your book also. This is the time we should plan for ourselves. Just see, end of the day, your book will come on your way. And second thing, I will give you a few multivitamins for the perfect way to spend the time inside, when you are inside. Because I have seen people today are locked, they are very depressed. They are looking for antidepressant medicines. This is not the way. They are looking for ways to be more happy. Maybe you will have them, but for short time. But I can give you to stay happy, to stay healthy, and stay all the time in ecstasy. What I have realized in my life, I can give you 3 multivitamins. Number 1, meditation. Meditate every day. This will boost your immunity. Meditation, spirituality, boost your immunity. Have more times for prayer. Prayer boosts your immunity. Meditation is the best medication for all agitation. And these are introspection, meditation are the great boosters for our immunity. And what we have done, what people are lacking in Corona, their immunity. Because Corona only attacks on them who has no immunity. First, maybe physical immunity you have. But what about the inner immunity? Inner immunity only can be attained with meditation. And then when you meditate, you know, I don't have to react on each other. People are fighting, sitting at home. Domestic violence is taking place. This is so sad that we are taking our anger at each other. So if you meditate, you will stay calm, you will stay peaceful, and then you will not react. Rather, reacting, instead of reacting, you will reflect and introspect. Okay, why we are doing this? This is the time we have received from God. And when you meditate or introspect, all that you can have in your everyday daily life, and every moment will become a blessing. You will not be cursing at each other, you will not be cursing Corona, but you will be, end of the Corona is over, you will say, God, thank you for giving this time. We are so blessed that you made us realize life is so short and we were running so fast. And Mahatma Gandhi said, what is the use of that fast speed which has no direction? We didn't have a direction, we lost our direction. This is the time, come back and have this direction and make your life rich with spiritual experiences. Thank you.
Thank you, Swamiji. I'm very grateful for this comprehensive vision, family, person-oriented, especially for your mentioning the issue of domestic violence, which is very much something that has surfaced. And I believe you're the first one to bring out such a clear message and to suggest an antidote. Thank you for that. There's one question I have with relation to what you said, and that goes back to your experience in the jungle. When you were in the jungle, you left your family. So pursuit of meditation was an inward time away from things. Here you are making a call for making the bonds in the family stronger, but at the same time for deepening meditation. Isn't there a tension between the two? If one can't go into the jungle and one has to deepen in meditation while in the midst of the family, how does one reconcile these two conflicting directives?
Very important to understand. It is not, it's you only. In the jungle. Jungle you have to create. The cave I was in there in the jungle. It's not the cave you have to be. Wherever you are, you can create your own cave. You can create your own space. Space is everywhere. You should create that space. And in that space, see yourself. See that it's not end of the world. It's only 1 month is gone. Yes, we have lost some time. We have lost some precious time. We cannot go for job. We cannot go for few important things. We are deprived for our freedom, of our habits. We are losing things, and even more. So people we love. But how we should die? How should we deal with this situation? That I have learned being in the jungle. That if you can maintain yourself, maintain your peace, manage yourself, you can manage everything. Today people are, because of this deprivation, because of this problem, people are trying to have so many courses. Yes, there is a good having a stress management courses also, but to myself, I can tell you what is my experience in the jungle, how to manage yourself. If you manage yourself, you can manage everything. And that's what I learned in the jungle, being in that solitude. And today people have that, luckily, that solitude. Have the moment of that silence, go within, find out, yes, we have lost few things. Our priorities have been backwards. Yes, I understand. But we have been valuing so much valuables rather than values. And that's what we have to understand, that we should not value the valuables rather than values. And it is only the opportunity to buy more valuables we have lost. Yes, we could not go for shopping. We cannot order on Amazon.com, or we cannot go to eat more, to watch the movies. I understand, but we haven't lost the opportunity to value our values. Let us value our values. What I was doing in the jungle, I was valuing our values. That's what we are doing, and that's what we have to do. And we have lost the opportunity to fill our shelves. I know that. If you go out, what you do? You shop more. And when you shop more, what happens? You bring that shopping, even you don't need it, and then you fill your shelves. Only for few weeks are gone that you could not shop. Still your shelves are there. things are there. I learned that how to live with less in my jungle days. And people sitting at home, I was not having in the jungle Amazon.com, door-to-door service, no restaurants, no delicacies, nothing. There was no food even for tomorrow. Whatever God gives you, you eat. But now here, even for 1 month, we are so much in panic. It is not end of the day, my dear. And if we cannot fill our shelves today with more shopping, you have a choice. We must use this time to fill ourselves. Let us move from shelves to selves, from shelf to self. And if you know that how I can fill myself, how I can have a better time for myself, believe me, you will appreciate this corona given this opportunity. Otherwise, usually what we have, everything set. When we buy more, what we buy? Many materialistic things. And with all of that, we realize we are set. We have a sofa set, we have this set, we have a solitaire set, we have this set, we have that set. But end of the day, when you see, after having everything, after buying everything, and make it all set, we are all upset. So now this is the time to make ourselves set. This is the time. I repeat, this is the time that we make ourselves set. Rather than having more shopping, more hopping, let us have more sitting and being set. Lastly, importantly, please note that we are not deprived of freedom. Freedom is in you. Freedom is not about where to go and what to buy. Real freedom is internal. If you are not free inside, you can never be free no matter where you are, no matter how much you buy, no matter how much you shop. This is the time to realize how I can be internally free. And this time should be used to find that inner freedom. That will be my guidance.
Swamiji, you've spoken about the sense of loss, about freedom and the sense of loss of time. What about the loss of people? In the most simplest sense, Corona takes away some beloved people. People have to deal with a lot of grief and suffering. What can you say to people who are actually losing beloved ones as a consequence of the plague?
First of all, I pray for all those who have lost their lives. I pray for all those from the banks of Ganga. And I pray for those who have lost their dear and near ones. God can give them strength. But this is the reality that we are facing. That's what we have to realize. That's why this lockdown is there. That's why the rules of Government of India or the respective governments, wherever people are listening, are UNICEF or WHO. That's why we have to take it seriously and sincerely, that we should not lose our dear and near ones. Corona will not come and attack you when you are inside. Corona only attacks when you go outside, meet people, you don't follow the laws, then you get stuck. Number one. And even in that time, the prayer is the only way. Now they are gone. What we can do, we can have prayers for them to the divine, and we can follow the rules that at least we can stay. We can save our dear and nears. We can save our adults, our elders, because they are the one who are the easiest prey of this corona. But now it is happening everywhere. Corona has not spared anyone. Corona is everywhere. Today we lost one very prominent judge in the nation. Just imagine, it's not that only corona is going to the poor. It's going to the prince and the poor. It's catching the PM and the peon. It's catching the chief and the chauffeur or chauffeur. Anybody. He is going everywhere, attacking everyone. No religion is spared by him. Look at the Vatican. Look at the Mass. Makkah, Medina, Vatican, Israel, India, everywhere. So what we have to do, first we have to very sincerely follow the instruction. And then our too many sisters and brothers are suffering economically also. as suffering for a hardship and suffering from there. So many people are there. I have receiving, and we are serving and saving also and helping also to people who are suffering from hunger. I think this is very important. This is very important to understand, and that how we can help them. We should not worry about only ourselves. There are thousands and millions people around. We have to worry about them also. And this is very real. And we must all do everything we can do help them through this time. This is our prayer. Prayer is not only doing for ourselves, but this is our prayer that what we can do for them. But we must also realize that while we have been inside, Mother Earth also has been healing. I am seeing Mother Ganga here. Amazing. When I came in 60s here, what I have seen in 60s, I am seeing today. I am seeing today. Even I wish I can send you the several clips where you can see all the elephants are out on the road. All the animals we are caged, we are inside, then we have put them in cage, they are free now. They are thinking where these people are gone. Maybe they are caged. They must be talking to each other. So what happened to these people? Why are not they on the road? And they are freely roaming on the road. It means nature is healing. This is a nature's message. Earlier, nature has given a message. When we had a Kedarnath flood in India, that was message to India and to the world. But Corona is a greater message to the entire world. Come on, slow down, stop and think. Where are you going? What is your culture? Where is your nature? And if you don't protect your culture and nature, you will not be able to protect your future, our children's. What kind of nature we want to give them? What kind of earth, Mother Earth, we want to leave for them? So that's why we should remember our environment is healing. I can see the sky, I can see the stars, moon, and we can see the distant 300 kilometers. Our Himalayas, very clear Himalayas from a few of the tops from here. We had never visualized you have to go all the way to Badrinath and to those heights to see the Himalayas. But now we can see that. It means we must not only pay attention to only few, but we must pay attention to Mother Earth also, for whom we have to live. What? Because for Mother Earth, we are not that important. For us, Mother Earth is very important. So we have to worry about her healing also. We should heal ourselves. We should pray for our people who have lost, but we should not lose the Mother Earth. There can be plan A and plan B, but there will be no planet B. We have only one planet. We must remember that this is our responsibility to take care of the nature. We must protect, preserve, and serve the nature. And another very important point, we must remember when our doors are open that we have a responsibility to remember our interconnectedness. We are not separate. Why we are fighting so many different places? Because we feel we are separate. We are not separate. This is the time. This Corona should take this separateness away. I can see the few places, the hatred also. I can tell you the virus is, yes, there. Corona is a virus. Virus is there, outside of us. But there should not be virus inside of our mind and our hearts. Because this is the time we should love each other. We should come to support each other. To support each other. We are not separate. We are one. We are one family. We are one with each other and with Mother Earth. It should not be that either she is sick and we are healthy, or we are healthy and she is sick. We should not think in that way. We must remember now how easy it is to live simply, because I have seen when I was in the jungle, they were living with less, living with very simple needs. And after having so much also, we are panic. We should not be panicked this time. We should have a patience. It is not end of the world. Corona will be over. We will win and Corona will be defeated. But at the same time, how we can win for the future? How we can win forever? Today is a Corona. Tomorrow will be climate change. Day after tomorrow will be maybe global warming. Then something else, something other virus. They will keep coming. But we have to learn a very practical message that how we can live simply so that others may simply live. Mahatma Gandhi used to say, there is always enough for everyone's need, but there is never enough even for one person's greed. So we should learn not to be greedy, not to be grumpy. This is the time. Stay healthy, stay happy, learn habits which can keep your life simple, and more from your divine heart and mind, what you can learn, which will keep you connected, which will keep you interconnected, and which will keep you in peace, happy and healthy. So in this lockdown, let us not be down. Even the locked down is there. We should not be locked, but we should stay in this lockdown happy, healthy, connected, strong. Save yourself and save your dear ones. And no domestic violence. Respect your ladies, respect your children, respect your elders. This is very, very crucial, very, very important. Corona will come and Corona will go, but your dear and nearest one will stay with you. Respect them, love them. And last but not the least, please, wherever we are, we should respect our health workers, frontline workers. They are the ones who are risking their life to save our lives. This is my request to all. And second, maintain your spirituality. Maintain your meditation every day. You will boost your immunity and you will keep peace in the family also. Thank you, Alan, and I'm very proud of you. Always you find some way to bring people together, to help the humanity. I'm very proud of you.
I'm grateful to you, Swamiji, for saying that. When you were talking about the interconnectedness, and then you were talking about the virus doesn't know the difference between the Vatican and the mosques, that made me wonder, do you think that Corona could actually help advance understanding and unity between religions?
Definitely, yes. Now we have to dance together. If we want to be advanced together, we have to dance together. We all have to come together now. Only mantra Corona has given. Let us work together. Look at the Apple and Google. They have come together to fight against Corona. Why not all the religious leaders, all the religions together, come together? Believe me, Corona is not that big. You have your power. We have to feel our power and empower the world. We should not be worried about Corona. We should worry about the viruses we have in our minds and in our hearts.
Swamiji, India, you just told me earlier when we spoke, has extended its lockdown by another 2 weeks. So you remain in lockdown. Some parts of the world are starting to come out of the lockdown. You've given us some important vision for the future and what we need to take. But is there any specific advice you would give to people who are actually now beginning to come out of lockdown?
I think first, very, very important is, if life is at risk, we must follow the lockdown very sincerely and seriously. And people who are now locked, I have given so many gems and drops of nectars that they should follow down. And the governments, I'll request them also. They know their situations in their respective countries, but when it comes to people's life, economy is secondary. Life is first. We should save people's life first, then economy will come. Otherwise, we will save the economy and people will not be there to enjoy that economy. So I think, yes, we need economy. We need this, but we should learn the lesson from this Corona, that we should not have now economy alone. We should have a eco-economy, that where we can have a green economy, green businesses, green world. Then only you can save the world. Otherwise, today you have corona, tomorrow you will have a climate change, and day after tomorrow you have a global warming. You will keep fighting, get tired, exhausted, and die.
Swamiji, I would like to ask you to conclude with a prayer, maybe along the lines of the unity that you've described, or along, please.
I'll request all of the people of the world, let us be together in unity, in oneness, in love, to bring more peace, more solidarity, more wellness, oneness around the world. Om Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu Mangalam Garuda Dhwaja Mangalam Pundari Kaksho Mangalayatanu Hari. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvisha Vahai. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om, 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 Shalom. Thank you, Swamiji.